It's just really interesting to me that it's like they played their little white card on election day and they about to find out they're people of color.
One more time. One more time. One more time.
It's just really interesting to me that it's like they played their little white card on election day and they about to find out they're people of color.
I will vote for Donald Trump. I love my freedom. I will vote for Donald Trump. Gung, 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 gung. I will.
Certified cover up, certified Epstein files. Wop, 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 wop. Trump really sucks. Wop, 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 wop. I'ma do my stuff. You know Epstein was the plan's designer. Bet your Trump's in the files in bed with A minor.
Hello, and welcome to welcome to another video. That was the latest song that I found over TikTok, and it's just adorable. I just love it. And yes, but today we're going to be talking about Latinos for Trump. FAFO to Latinos, okay? Yes, we're going to be talking about the main character of this video. It's going to be this lady. She's called Gloria Gonzalez, and she used to be the head of ICE at Texas. Okay, it happens that, okay, the white supremacist orange buffoon that we have in power, he decided that he didn't want a female or Latina women anymore on that department. So he just fired her, and in really true Trump fashion. Imagine what he just got in replacement. You guys know better than me. This is what you guys know. He got a white man. In the way that Trump always does. So we're just gonna be looking at her case, and then we're gonna be looking about ICE agents, okay? The ICE situation, it's something that we have to talk about. Few cases of FAFO. You're gonna love this video. I prepared it with so much love for you, and it looks like an Italian. La costa, l'amore mio, okay? Mangiare. If it's any Italian watching my videos, please comment below. I know it's people from Europe that watch my channel too, and anywhere. Just tell me where are you watching me from. Just comment below where what part of the United States, what part of the planet you are watching my videos. Please don't forget giving a like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps my channel to grow, and it helps for people to find my content and my video. Help us to support liberal media. The MAGA media have all the subscribers, okay? So let's beat up MAGA, okay? Subscribing to my channel.
I did forget to tell you that tomorrow is my birthday, so if you want to surprise me, I'm just doing the brakes for my car and in the shop. So if you want to surprise me, because tomorrow is my birthday, that will be highly appreciated. Thank you. Okay.
Hey man, somebody tell ICE get the fuck up out of Vegas, man. I've been out here all Where the fuck is Juan at, cuz? I can't find my motherfucking tamale man. You're not answering the phone. He be out here every motherfucking day. Oh, rain, sleet, snow. He be out here every day. Cuz for 3 months straight. No days off. No, I just know they got him, cuz. I know it.
and it's a terminology that is going around in the Latino community, MAGA Pendos. Okay, it means it's almost like a MAGA retard kind of thing, but MAGA Pendejo. And those are the people that voted for Donald Trump. Some of them are regretting it right now. I know plenty of people in the Latino community that voted for Donald Trump. And they are business owners, and they see how their business is just going down, how the economy is going down, so they are not so happy about Trump. And I told some of them, like, yes, do you think he can do a good work in the economy? The last time that he was that he was president, he left us without toilet paper. Do you think that president that leave you without toilet paper, that he's not gonna do a good work in the economy? I don't think so. I don't think so that he's just willing to do any good work in the economy. And yes, and the Epstein files, you know, we started with the sun in the beginning. The Epstein files that keep on blowing up in their faces, okay? The MAGA nuts are going crazy about the Epstein files. Oh, you will not believe what happened. This ICE agent, her name is Gloria Chavez. She was fired by the Trump administration. She was the person in charge of the Valley of Texas, and she was fired. And in a true Donald Trump administration, in a true fashion, Donald Trump administration, she got fired, and then the person that they put in charge of her position, guess who it is? It is a white man, okay? That's how Latinos, you have to see how this administration work. It doesn't matter how much work you do for them, how much you show them that you are with them. In the end, you're gonna be replaced for white people, for a white man, and that's exactly what happened to Gloria Chavez. Okay, this is a typical case of FAFO.
A lot of people seem confused and surprised about how 60% of Latino voters voted for Donald Trump after he's made countless racist and xenophobic remarks against not only Latinos, but also immigrants from other countries. But after Latinos, we're not surprised at all. Racism is alive and well in the Latino culture with things like mejorar la raza, which means to better the race, which is like street eugenics. Calling your family members based on their skin tone, like negro, negrita, as a loving term, but it's obviously derogatory because the anti-blackness is so prevalent. And the craziest part, if we were able to break down the Afro-Latino votes from the white and mixed Latinos, we'd probably see that Afro-Latinos inflated the Harris support from Latinos.
And this Latino woman, she just say a big thing, okay? I grew up in this terminology, the blackest people on the family, and it doesn't matter if they were like all white, okay? The people that maybe they were all blonde, they can be, the whole family can be blonde. And just the one that had the dark hair, they will call them negrito, negrita, negrita. Oh, she's the negro of the family. I almost say the other word in English. She's the negro of the family. Well, yeah, the negro, yeah, because the terminology comes from, yeah, from I think it comes from the Portuguese or the Spanish. Yes, and that's what they do in the Spanish community. But I didn't think the racism in the Latino community run that deep. I was wrong, okay? I was wrong, and I have to admit it. I didn't think that it was that deep for they just go against their own wellness or go against what it was convenient for them or better for them.
The President of the United States is a danger to this country, full stop. And I think what we saw over the weekend with the No Kings protests is a mobilization, but to some extent, a recognition that that is the case. And I think you're starting to see some of this reflected in the polling. Even people in the Republican Party were afraid to show up at his birthday parade, the dictator Kim Jong-un birthday parade that he tried to have over the weekend, where you saw the video of the tank going by the empty stands, and you heard the squeaking of the tracks of the tank, and it was sort of like, what is this? And so, you know, I think the other thing is, you know, folks have to have hope. You have to have hope that we're going to get through this. You know, if hundreds of thousands of millions of people had shown up and cheered on Trump as those tanks were rolling down Constitution Avenue, then maybe I'd be a little bit more worried today. But what I saw over the weekend was the millions upon millions of people who are opposed to what he's trying to do to American society showing up in almost every town and community in this country. That was a very powerful thing.
You know what's crazy? I'm just sitting here, fresh off the job, and I'm watching all this crazy stuff happen down in California. And I'm watching this girl, she's just sitting there crying, talking about nobody got no compassion. I think what she's failing to realize is black people are the most compassionate people. We really are. And do not think that we do not feel bad about what's happening. But this has been happening to black people for over 400 years, and in worse ways too. I bet a lot of us would have loved to have been put back on the ship to Africa. But I got to tell you this one. What's really sad is that we didn't have a hand in this. We didn't. We didn't have a hand in any of the bad thing that's happening to these Latinos right now.
And a large portion of them are now finding out. And guess what? We don't fucking care because we fucking told them. Now they're going on the news, giving all these interviews and sob stories, or coming on this app. Like this lady who went to a Trump rally and screamed at the very top of her lungs that she loved Trump. And then she gave an interview saying that she felt used and betrayed. Aww. Or this white guy who voted for Trump knowing that his wife was an undocumented Peruvian and she got detained and deported while on their way back from their honeymoon in Puerto Rico. Aww. Or that one guy who posted a video of himself celebrating and saying "Cojan Demócrata" on election night, and then posted on here as well that he got a letter of deportation saying he had 30 days to leave the country. Aww. I could go on and on and on with all the videos and stories I've seen, but here's the thing. We are running on a very limited, precious supply of energy, and we will not be wasting it on people who did not help themselves. We'll be using it on ourselves, our loved ones, and the most vulnerable, the vast majority of which couldn't even fucking vote. So all I have left to say to Latinos for Trump is thoughts, tariffs, and concepts of the American dream. Thanks.
All right, guys. All right. This message is for MAGA, Latinos for Trump, Trumpies that have been all up in my comments talking hella shit about, oh, the Democrats didn't release the Epstein List when Biden was in office because he's in that list. Let me tell you guys something. Listen up and listen up real good, guys, okay? Listen up, Trumpies. We are not the same. We don't idolize a fucking politician. We don't idolize and treat any fucking government entity as if they were superior to anyone. If Biden is on that list, send him to fucking jail and may he rot there. If Obama is on the list, may he rot in jail. The difference between you Trumpies and us, liberals as you call us, libtards as you call us, we don't idolize anyone. The fuck? Whoever is on that list needs to be held accountable to the fullest extent of the fucking law, no matter who the fuck they are. All right, guys? For everyone that keeps saying that shit in my comments, get it through your fucking head. Whoever is on that list, I hope they rot and die in prison where they deserve to be. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Share the video for awareness. I love you guys. Be safe out there. You see something, say something. We need to stick together in these times.
I am in so much shock with the amount of Latinos for Trump that are now coming out saying we feel so backstabbed, we feel so betrayed, we feel used now that our families are being deported even though they're not criminals. You didn't feel that way when Donald Trump was talking about the Mexican families that he was going to be deporting. You didn't feel that way when he spoke about other minority groups that he was going to be deporting. But now that it's affecting your family, your uncle, your cousin, now you want to cry about it? Now you want to cry crocodile tears? Girlfriend, I don't feel bad.
Donald Trump is already eating his own. Today, he fired the acting administrator for ICE because they weren't arresting enough migrants and they weren't deporting migrants fast enough. This comes at a time when we're seeing people around the country being harmed by these deportations already. When we're seeing businesses and farms being harmed by these deportations already. We have young children, a girl specifically in Texas, who committed suicide because she was being bullied by classmates as they were relentlessly bullying her about ICE being called on her parents and her parents being deported and her having nowhere to live. We have individuals whose mothers have lived here for 20 plus years being deported, all because no reason, right? These people live here, they pay taxes, they're people. If you're cheering these deportations, you need to seek some help. Now, Trump, he's going to continue to eat his own, and he's going to continue to destroy his own administration until he fills it with yes men.
We need to talk about what's happening in LA because ICE is continuing their military-style raids, but they are no longer just targeting immigrants. U.S. citizens are being detained as well. So according to a new Guardian report, at least 9 U.S. citizens have been swept up. Some of them were held for days. One man was arrested while he was filming an arrest, even after he showed his ID. One woman was on her way to work when ICE grabbed her off the street. They didn't even bother asking her legal status. Another man was misidentified with zero evidence, and then he ended up losing his job. This is what happens when ICE has unchecked power and feels as though they are above the law. They are ripping people off of the street, out of their cars, out of their homes, with no warrant, no probable cause, and no reasoning. If this is happening to citizens, who is next?
Trump is trying to create his own secret police. Los Angeles isn't the only community being terrorized by Trump's immigration agents. It's happening everywhere. In Missouri, ICE agents stormed a local Mexican restaurant without a warrant, arresting a dozen employees without any probable cause. In San Antonio, 6 SUVs full of ICE agents arrested a father as he was loading his 2 children into the car for school, and then pulled over a U.S. citizen at a drive-thru of a taqueria because they thought he was undocumented. And in Florida, ICE agents surrounded a man's home with rifles and shields, not because he was undocumented, but because his son was posting flyers warning neighbors about ICE raids. This isn't about deporting criminals, it's not about law and order, and it's not about public safety. It's about authoritarian control. At the direction of Stephen Miller and Donald Trump, immigration agencies have been told to stop building target lists of immigrants, skip the process, and quote, just go out there and arrest illegal aliens. Across the country, federal agents are pulling people over without probable cause, making warrantless arrests, and detaining people without identifying themselves, including U.S. citizens who are often held for hours before being released. Plainclothes agents in masks are kidnapping people at gunpoint and disappearing them into detention without a word to their lawyers or their families. And they're doing it at courthouses, arresting people who are following the legal processes that we've asked them to. Yesterday, I posted about how Trump wants to use LA as a pretext to invoke the Insurrection Act. He's already activated 4,000 National Guard troops and deployed 700 active duty Marines to Los Angeles. If he pulls that trigger, they can all be added to his secret police force. So share this video, follow for updates, and know your rights, which you can find at nilc.org/know-your-rights.
20 years ago, I worked for ICE. It was under W. Bush, and I was there for a little bit of Obama. I find it troubling that ICE is just wandering in to establishments on Lower Broadway to try to bust people. Part of its job was just deporting people who had committed crimes. You know, any assaults, a lot of people that had DUIs, that kind of thing. But I remember meeting some fads, and particularly the one in Denver at the time, PhD in psychology, I believe, and started his career as a social worker. And I was asking what made him effective. He said, my job is to protect the citizens of Denver, to have a relationship with the immigrant communities that are here. If they're here just trying to work an honest living, I need them to tell me about the bad guys that are here. I don't want them to be afraid of me. I want them to collaborate with me. I need local law enforcement to want to work with me so that when we do need to deport someone bad or they do need help with an investigation, I can do those things. And he said, and I'm not making this up, if ICE is going out and doing traffic stops and doing big public busts, like, I don't know, hanging out on Lower Broadway, that's when you know that the ICE office is ineffective, destroying any trust that they may have had, their best source of information for the violent criminals who are here. You can tell a FOD is dumb and ineffective if they make ICE's presence known at every chance they get. The fact that ICE feels the need to go to Lower Broadway and try to deport some dishwasher trying to earn enough to support his kids, it's just pathetic. I think the people in those communities think if they have information on someone doing human trafficking or contraband, they're going to go to ICE? No. Thankful for my time at ICE. It helped me realize what good and bad law enforcement was. And I can tell you right now, ICE in Nashville is not good law enforcement.
And yes, and I know this guy that he's talking about ICE, how ICE can become more efficient, okay? So how ICE used to be, okay? That they used to go. When I came to this country, this is what they used to tell me about ICE. I just don't going to detain anybody. They just want to get the dangerous people. The people that had the DUI, the people that it's a criminal. So they don't gonna deport the people that is hardworking people. They only going to deport the people that have criminal records because they want to build a trust in the community for when they have to make an arrest, when they have to really deport criminal people. They can have a partner in the Latino community for they can just build a case, okay? Because right now they are not building cases, because right now they're just deporting people without due process. They just don't care about building a connection with the community. They don't care about that. But I'm just telling you, I'm telling you right now, okay? A CIA agent, he just been talking about that the election was stolen, okay? And if it happens that things change in the country, one of the things that are gonna be abolished is ICE. ICE is gonna be abolished as a reinforcement. They maybe will create something else in place because we do need a way to secure our borders and a way to keep, the country safe from people that want to harm the country. But ICE, they probably will, because this is another thing. In ICE, it have been proved there is a lot of white supremacists, a ton of them. So before the second Trump administration, it was proven before that it was a ton of white supremacists on ICE, okay, on the organization of ICE. And and yes, the one that work towards the border, they are more like Mexicans, but all the white people, the majority of the white people that is in the ICE, they are white supremacists. So they probably will end up abolishing ICE altogether.
Just now, ICE agents are now quitting their jobs. They are required to arrest more than 3,000 immigrants per day. Then realizing that their own commander is in the Epstein files and he's the one playing games. Yes, Donald Trump is the one hiding the Epstein files to be released and make ICE agents work harder than they ever worked before, causing them to now quit. Allegedly, rumors in San Bernardino, more than 42 agents have quit. Just rumors as of now. This is wild. Let me know what you guys all think all about this down in the comments. And community reports that he's...
So Trump just fired 26,000 IRS agents. Is this what you voted for?
Hey, this just in, everybody. We have our 50th ICE agent resignation. Lo and behold, this is a resignation due to medical separation. It seems that they had a violent clash with ICE protesters, anti-ICE protesters, and unfortunately their hand was damaged. So now they've been forced to medically separate, and now they're gone. So this is our 50th ICE agent resignation. Congratulations, you guys. You guys have been protesting so damn hard. I want you guys to go outside right now and go get yourself a lemonade. You guys earned that fucking lemonade. shit. Maybe even put a little bit of mint on top of that lemonade. You guys did an amazing fucking job. 50 ICE agent resignations. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful.
All right, guys. So I have a genuine question. I've seen a lot of fucking Republican and right-sided and MAGA Latinos for Trump and Trumpy creators on here fucking talking stupidities, like comparing Aaron Parnas and Harry because they were reading off the same fucking tweet, like the same letter. They were like, oh, Democrats are being paid and this and that and blah, blah, blah. Like, we all report the same news because it's the same news, you dumb fucks. Would you like us to make up something? Would you like us to fucking lie? Like, you're fucking... Do you think before you fucking speak? Because, like, honestly, bro, we obviously are going to report the same fucking news. We're all living it. We all live in the U.S. You guys, please, please, please don't embarrass yourself any further. Think before you fucking come on social media. Lord have mercy, have the day you guys deserve. Duh.
Have you ever heard the saying, some people don't think fat meat is greasy? Well, I'm going to show you what that looks like in real time. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Santana, and listen, I just came across someone, Mexican Spartan, and I think that he just found out in real time that fat meat is indeed greasy. Let's get into it. Mexican Spartan started off not necessarily saying that he was political, but he ended up being a Trump supporter. Let's see how it all started, then we'll get to how it ended.
It's just an observation, but it's pretty crazy how Kamala Harris is using TikTok, but she wants to ban it. At least the other guy doesn't want to ban it. So kudos to that guy for that. I mean, again, it's just, being honest.
He starts off by saying that he's not really political, but he has to give credit where credit's due. And it continues.
If you go to a Kamala Harris event, you're going to get stuff like a Megan Thee Stallion type of concert. You're going to get entertained. You're going to get pumped up. You're going to get endorsements from all these rich and famous.
Really, nigga?
In contrast, if you go to a Trump campaign rally, you're going to get average people like Michaela, who he met at a random Chick-fil-A.
No. It sounds like he's just giving a compare and contrast, but it continues to twist and turn into something that's really kind of wicked.
Does anybody else find it weird that when Trump says, oh, they can do late-term abortions up to birth pretty much, they're like, no, it's not legal anywhere. But then Kamala says something like, they're bleeding out in parking lots, literally zero reports in the motherfucking United States that has ever happened. And if everything's because the water broke in the parking lot and they need to get to a fucking hospital, but nobody is bleeding out in fucking parking lots for an abortion.
Portia Nemugezi, Amber Thurman, Jocelyn Barnaca, Nevaeh Crane. All of these women lost their lives because they did not have access to abortions.
They gave billions of dollars of foreign aid to another country. They took away billions of dollars from Americans because we don't have any problems here in the U.S. And they took away free speech, all within a matter of hours. There won't be any consequences. Only millions of people are going to lose a stream of income. That's it. That's what we do as fucking government.
This is where he starts to make that hard shift. He talks about all the things that are being done for others, but not for U.S. citizens. But let's hear him talk about what he actually voted for.
Immigration, for me personally, that's not top of mind for me. That's not priority.
You sure about that?
Trust me, I would be voting with that in mind. My priorities are different.
Interesting.
You sure about that? Sure it wasn't because after the thing that happened to me, no one could look at me without dying laughing?
This is Trump's wall. This is Biden's wall. And I'm not even kidding. This is literally Trump and Biden's wall.
You sure about that?
Interesting.
I'm a U.S. citizen. I'm an immigrant. And I do believe that legal immigrants need to be sent back to where they came from. Legal immigrants need to be sent back to where they came from.
You sure about that? That's why?
And there it is. You told on yourself. Or should I say you played yourself. Trump won the election. He was over the moon excited. He was giving Trump credit that Trump didn't even earn.
President Trump, single fucking handedly, already brought TikTok back. He isn't even in office yet. And already, we feel better.
After that, he started calling out other Latinos, saying, be better.
Latinos need to start challenging their assumptions and beliefs. The idea that everyone is a racist, the idea that they are against their own people if they think a certain way, the idea that everyone is out to get them, the idea that we are all victims, the idea that one party is looking out for them while the other one is trying to destroy their lives.
But then his tone started to shift.
What's happening today is very fucking sad, and it should never have gotten this bad to begin with. Nobody votes for bad things to happen to good people.
Trump started targeting people with these ICE raids, specifically in LA.
Can't even keep his country together. LA, what's up? He wants to go help someone else? Bro's in here attacking his own people with tear gas, with flash grenades, arresting his own people, and deport them, but he can't.
He started taking shots at a certain group of people. I wonder who that group was.
When it comes to Latinos, that they're not behind us because of X, Y, and Z. And quite frankly, I'm not surprised. The Democratic Party has a hold on them. The Democratic Party used to have a hold on us. But at the end of the day, we only have our own community to rely on. We can't rely on other groups to help us. And that's how it's been forever. That's why we've been ignored. Latinos for Trump did not vote against our people like they make it seem. Latinos for Trump did not vote against our people like they make it seem.
That's an all-gender toilet, guys. Do you think that they're going to have to change that? Check it out, guys. I think our president said that that no longer is acceptable.
Then apparently he had an epiphany.
Dang, we've come a long way. It was bad in the 1960s. And I held America in the highest of regards, thinking our checks and balances were actual checks and balances. You can see my earlier videos reflecting that. So yeah, guys, this was my wake-up. I was wrong.
After that, he came with apologies.
I'm sorry to my community for voting the way I did. I acknowledged the mistake earlier, but it's different. When you acknowledge something, it's kind of like, yeah, I probably shouldn't have done that. When you say I'm sorry, it's more like, yeah, I fucked up. And I think I fucked up.
Finally, he could actually see our point of view.
Now I can empathize and sympathize with the black community. I've never been able to do that before because I would hear them say things like, oh, you know, we walk down the street and we get profiled and, you know, cops will just suddenly stop and frisk or whatever. Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right. Just because of the color of your skin. And I always thought like, you know, it's a little bit of a stretch. It feels like a little bit of a stretch.
What a freaking roller coaster ride. I don't take pleasure in seeing anyone be harmed by this Trump administration. When I say you were told prior to the election that Donald Trump was going to do these things, and you still supported him and pushed others to support him. I am sorry for what's happening to everyone around the world because of this Trump administration. I need you to know you are part of the problem. Anyway, I love you guys. Peace.
And we just made it towards the end of this video. Please don't forget giving a like, comment, and subscribe. Help us to support liberal media. And I'm just so happy because this morning I just wake up and someone made my day. I just checked my cell phone and I just got, oh, money for coffee. You know who you are. Thank you for making my day. So I so highly appreciate it. And all of you guys that you guys subscribe to this channel, you guys giving a like to this video, I so highly appreciate it. Make us or help us to grow this channel, help us to grow liberal media. I know we can do it, okay? So and help me, please, if it's in your, if you want to do it, if you feel like your heart, help us, help me to keep doing these videos and help me to keep editing these videos with just a little bit of coffee. So I will leave you all the information here towards the end of this video. And of course I have to finish this video with a we vote for Donald Trump. Thank you, you guys. Take care. Bye bye.